First up, we're going to import the required classes from Angular Forms. We need FormBuilder for creating the form group to hold our form model, and validators for adding validation rules. In our components constructor, we're injecting the FormBuilder service. This service simplifies form creation with a group of controls. Then, we call the createForm method to initialize our form right away. Inside our createForm method, we are defining a form group. We use the FormBuilder group method to create a new form group instance. The username and password form controls each have an initial value of an empty string and an array of validators. The required validator makes sure the field is not empty, while minLength sets a minimum number of characters for the input. These validators help protect against inadequate or potentially malicious input. Moving on to the template, we have a form element with the form group directive bound to my form. The form has text inputs for username and password, each tagged with the form control name directive. This links the inputs to the form controls we defined in our component. The submit button is bound with a directive that disables it if my form is invalid, preventing form submission until our validation requirements are met. Finally, we have the onSubmit method which will be triggered when the form is submitted. This method checks if my form is valid. If it is, we log the form data to the console, indicating that it's valid and ready for processing. If the form isn't valid, we log a different message. It's important to note that in a real-world scenario, you would replace the console log statements with actual data handling logic, such as sending the data to a server,